Guys, Deluded Goon, I'm trying something a bit different. Normally I give you guys the quotes. I'm going to try and actually I've got it printed off. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it because it's not my handwriting. Yeah, I thought I'd read them off and give you my direct thoughts. Little change, man. Let's see how it goes. Firstly, these are some quotes in regards to the press conference earlier today in regards to Arsenal versus Liverpool. So yeah, firstly, on whether he has a meeting. That was poor English by whoever wrote this. He has a meeting with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He replied, "We all have our agendas that are quite busy, but we do not need to publish them. Some people look better informed than I am. My secretary has my agenda, and I will check what I have to do today." No, that's just typical Wenger acting, like just not answering the straight question. We already know he's spoken. He said it in other press conferences. He's spoken several times about Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain reiterated how much he sees him as part of the side, how much he wants to build him in and build the side around him. How much he also said something about Oxlade has a responsibility to the club, which to a degree is true, but to a degree it's not. He owes us nothing. Footballers owe us nothing. To be in this position is appalling because as much as I like Oxlade-Chamberlain, this ain't Alexis Sanchez. Like all of these players should have had a deadline, but especially these players that they've really only given 1 year of a real good output. As much as I've believed in them, so we can't really be held to ransom. I mean, these sort of players, there, if it's become clear whether it's their agent or whoever don't want to sign the deal, sell that, man. But yeah. That's what he said. That's essentially what he said. And in he was then said on whether there has been any bids for Ox. I know every bid we have, of course, but the best for us is to focus on Sunday. Confirming that a bid's been made. You see, Chelsea and City are interested. Clearly, a bid's been tabled. I don't know if Oxlade's been unsettled and his agent has informed him and things like that. Whether it's to get more money or assess your worth. I don't blame Oxlade-Chamberlain. If he was offering me 100k, this is what I've seen. I don't know if it's 100. You've seen anywhere from 100k to 140. If Chelsea are interested in me, the league champions, I'm 23, I've got an agent that's telling me the right things, and you only offer me 100k and you want me to stay and be the vital person, I might very much love at Arsenal. But I would use all of this to my advantage to get more money. I mean, everybody should do it. I mean, it's natural negotiating skills and positions of power. There will come a time when Oxlade-Chamberlain cannot negotiate a contract when he's at the latter stages of his career, so you have to do these things now. So yeah, he's basically confirmed there's a bid on the table. On if he'd sell to Chelsea, I want to keep my best players. I have only one target, to keep everyone on board. I think we've invested a lot of time, confidence and money on players like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who we brought at a young age. For me, they have a responsibility for the future of this club because Alex will be one of the big England players in the coming years. I personally am highly determined to keep him at the club and I hope he'll commit. I mean, that didn't actually answer the question. The guy asked you, would you sell him to Chelsea? That you'd like to think he wouldn't, but yeah. He's shown he wants to keep him, but we'll see where this one goes. And you're getting more pessimistic the more this particular one goes on. So yeah, he's like on Alexis's attitude. He has always been focused on this job. He loves to play football. I don't think he's too disturbed by all the external noises that happen. Players at that level are used to it now. Some deal with it better than others, but I don't think he's bothered by that. Of course, every player gets unrattled and unsettled a little bit, similar to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Of course, Alexis has advisors in his ear telling him what to do, telling him to table his worth and things like that. If it is true and there's a 300k contract on the table and the man doesn't want to sign it, come on now. I know we all love Alexis Sanchez and he is vital to our sides. And in his absence, you've seen when he could help us out. But what is the point delaying the inevitable if he wants to leave? I'll hold my hands up if we keep him and it's a masterclass by Wenger and he signs a new deal. Great, I want that to happen. But I love my club, so I can't take an overly optimistic view like our fans, like our manager, like the board. Because yeah, you need to fix the roof when it's sunny, not when it's rainy, and that's what Arsenal do too much. Like we're trying to negotiate the contract at the very end of it when we were told last December. So yeah, moving on from that. He asked if he's happy. I'm not even going to get into that. Of course, Wenger's going to say the usual, yeah, he's happy nonsense. I'm not even going to talk about that. He asked on not giving up on extending his deal. He said, let's not go too far. Let's focus on Sunday. He said Alexis would go to the Chile squad. Yeah, he said he was asked if he would be an Arsenal player when he comes back from the international break or whatever. He said yes, which he's reiterated many times. And he's asked on how much harder is it to keep hold of Alexis with inflated transfer fees. I had to deal many times in my life with big departures, big players. I've always focused more on the team and to deal with all the rest no matter what. Arsenal and the team is important. Of course, you want to keep your best players, but you always think if it happens, you have to find a way to survive at the top level and to find a way is to make the team efficient. You don't focus too much on individual players. You focus on how the team can be strong enough to deal with what can happen. Well, which is true. It's got to be the team and things like that. But individuals bring us to the next level. We are over reliant on Alexis, and to a degree, it is your fault because you've had numerous times to get these creme de la creme signings in. You've seen Royce linked when he was at Gladbach. You've seen what's his name, Gotze, when he was coming up. You've seen so many examples. Like there's so many I can't bring any to my head. Marco Reus, I said that already. There's a lot. Antoine Griezmann, when he was at Sociedad, before he even blew up, there was many a time where we could have got these sort of players. So I agree. It is a big emphasis on the team, but yeah, man. I mean, we really shouldn't be in this situation. And for me, it's getting too long. If people don't want to be here as much as they are beneficial, like, come on. Like, we need players that want to be here, that wake up in the morning happy to come to training, realise it's a joy to play for Arsenal. I'm not saying Alexis doesn't, but if any player, not just him, any player, Mesut Ozil too, anyone who doesn't want to be here, anyone that's still acting over contracts, if it was up to me, you wouldn't be here anymore. Or we'd know exactly your intentions, and then, who knows, it'd make a nervy end to the transfer window. But guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. Just thought I'd try something different. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Just thought I'd give you that stuff. I'm out.